In this problem, we are to compare three fractions, these three numbers. So this is quite a standard problem, and there are many ways to compare fractions. The most straightforward way is to compare them in pairs. Just for example, we can compare them, let's say 15 over 11, we are to compare that versus 19 over 15. Good. So how do we do that? We can multiply this 11 and 15 on both sides, right? Then the left-hand side becomes 15 squared, then versus 11 times 19, right? And then you can compute these numbers. For example, this equals 225, and then this equals 902. I think it's 902. Okay, so certainly you can do this, but this is the thing that I always suggest the students, that don't rush to the calculations when you see a problem, especially when you see a problem that requires a lot of computation. Let's take this for example. This is the third problem in the AMC8 test, and generally speaking, you are supposed to finish it in, let's say, 30 seconds to a minute at most, maybe even faster. So this is a viable way, but certainly not a good way. So what's a good way? Then the good way to do any kind of problems is to examine the problems carefully and try to find patterns. Let's take these numbers for example. What do you see, with these fractions? So first of all, you may notice that all of them are greater than 1, right? But if you look at them more carefully, you may notice that when you change them to a mixed fraction, the numerators will become 4. So which means for these common fractions, all the numerators are greater than the denominators by 4. So for example, the first one, this becomes 1 and 4 over 11. The second is 1 and 4 over 15. And the third is 1 and 4 over 13. Since these ones are the same, right? So we can just kick them out. And then these fractions are much easier to compare, aren't they? Because for the fractions with the same numerator, whichever has the smallest denominator is the greatest. So this one is certainly the greatest, and this one certainly comes the second, and this one is the third. Therefore, the fraction with 11, that's the greatest. So this is certainly wrong. And this is possible, this is wrong. So only C and E are possible. And then the fraction with 13 as denominator comes the second. So that is this. Therefore, E is our choice. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe the channel. If you have questions, please leave a comment.